Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Today's reading, we're going to be doing a pick a card for the next 30 days. So I wanted to do one for October. I'm already late on that one, but no matter when you are watching this, this reading is going to be for the next 30 days of whenever you happen to be watching. We have the 4 different groups here today. I'll show you each one. Remember, it's a general reading, and all of the info for personal readings is always in the description. It'll be closed for the next couple of weeks from when I'm posting this, because for the month of October it's booked, but I will be opening in a couple weeks for the next month. The timestamps are going to be in the description and in the comments. So again, this is for the next 30 days from whenever you happen to be watching. This is going to be predictions and guidance. So we have here group number 1, which is the angelite heart. That's group number 1. Group number 2 is andalusite. Group number 3 is the rose quartz angel. And group number 4 is the bell. Okay, so just take a breath and go with whichever one is calling to you the most. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the angelite heart. Okay, Spirit, this reading is for group 1 and the energies for them within the next 30 days of whenever they're watching. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group number 1. I'm gonna first get a glance of the next 30 days, and then I'm gonna separate it into the categories just so that we have extra clarity. Okay, Spirit, what at a glance are the energies for group number 1 in the next 30 days, please? Only within the next 30 days, Spirit, for group 1, what are the energies for them? Okay. Whoa, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Very spiritual month for you guys. 30 days for you guys. So here we have the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. That's a double whammy. And then I am not going to ignore the fact that the Tower is at the bottom. Oh, right. So at a glance, yes, the next 30 days is going to be transformative. And I was just finishing a reading, and actually several readings in the recent with the Judgment card. And we've been in this Judgment energy for a while. I even posted a video, like, I think it was last year at this point, I don't even remember, where I said that we're in the time of Judgment, and we've been in this time, but I have seen that it just is kind of increasing more and more and more, where we have to face our fears, and we have to face our choices and our past and our, you know, this, all of the stuff that we had to ever face is kind of coming to a head in the recent, and it's intense. of course, but it's in a good way transformative, because I don't think that anybody wants to live the rest of their lives repeating the same negative cycles. At least I certainly don't. I hope that that's true for everybody. But here with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the transformation. So the wheels are turning in your favor if you come up to, if you basically face those lower vibrations and anything from the past that perhaps you didn't want to look at within yourself and actually outside of yourself as well. So that's what we're looking at in the sort of like the summary of your 30 days. I think I'll pull just one more and then I'll separate it. Spirit, can you tell us just a little bit more for at a glance? Their 30 days, please. Okay, that's good. Thank you for this. So we have here the Nine of Pentacles. So another thing to note about the next 30 days is that there's going to be success for you, okay? So it could be financial, it could be confidence-wise. There's a good vibration coming from here. Some of you, it kind of depends on your situation, but you may also be finding yourself having freedom, especially if you were in a negative sort of situation with another person or a situation itself, okay? So let's separate this so that we have more defined clarity. Okay. Spirit, in the next 30 days for group number 1, what are the energies moving forward for them in the area of self? Self in any way, Spirit, for group number 1 in the next 30 days. For group 1, self only. Area of self. So this is why I do like to separate the categories, because if court cards, which are the king, queen, page, knight, if those cards come up, it's actually really hard to tell what the cards are talking about, especially if you guys are watching, if some of you are beginning to learn tarot. It's really difficult, so that's a common struggle. So I specifically asked in the area of self, and this is you guys, okay? So here's the King of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. You see how it's linking here with the Cups, emotional aspect of yourself. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is really, really good. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing here in the area of self in the next 30 days. At first, you guys struggle with opening up your emotions. I think this is probably relating to the judgment thing I mentioned with facing the past, and I'm assuming a big part of this was the emotional past, right? So at first, within 30 days, you're going to have some struggle with really confronting your emotions, really confronting something deeper within yourself that maybe you just didn't want to deal with for a while. And when that's the case, I would say most of the time, it's something negative, right? So like if we don't want to face fears or pains or, you know, just something that we have to look in the mirror about, like, so the inner reflections. After this point, within the 30 days still, you have this. So I feel like you do face it. You do take it out of that dark closet or whatever, wherever it was being kept. And I don't think that it's going to be this perfect sort of stability in 30 days, because if this is something that took a while to come out, it's going to take a while to heal, right? Let's be reasonable with ourselves. But you are going to be facing it and kind of going back and forth with it in a way to get more comfortable with this emotional part of yourself. So I think that this is still a positive thing. I think that basically this is you becoming accustomed to your deeper self. This is the right time to do it, because that Judgment card, I do a lot of personal readings, and I think that almost everyone has been getting that same message. And that's kind of crazy, you know, because, and for general readings as well, us as the collective, we're all going through these struggles together and the same things. So this is the time to do it, to bring out these deeper emotions to the surface. And that's, you see the motion I made even looked like the Ace of Pentacles. So here you're holding it in your hand. I actually think that at first, when this side of yourself comes out, I feel like you draw a lot of positives from whatever it was you were facing. So for some of you, you're able to, for example, see all of your strengths and all of the stuff that you've come through, even through all of those painful moments. So I feel like that's one example of what you might do. And as well with the Two of Pentacles. Here we have Justice at the bottom. So it does show this preview of this emotional balance that's coming through, in spiritual balance as well. Spirit, what else for group number 1 in the next 30 days for the area of self? This is definitely like built up from the past, because the cards are actually slanting. And when that happens, it's like a time warp, at least in my readings. That's how I see it. Spirit, 30 days self, please. Area of self for group 1. Okay, so this is part of the emotions here. The 9 of Swords, lots of this, lots of anxiety and fears and self-blame, self-criticism. Some of you, not all of you, I did note the term, they said it, self-sabotage, but I don't think that's 100% of the, for group 1. I just feel like that's some of you that may struggle with that. Okay, we also have here the Page of Cups. I feel like in many ways, there's this inner child, this kid part of you that really just wants to be loved, to come out and play, to have this freedom. But what I'm sensing here for many of you as well, because this has been an underdeveloped part of yourself, this inner child vibe may sometimes translate into the shadow aspect of it. So for example, immaturity, or like maybe not like exactly temper tantrums, but maybe you just kind of struggle with that aspect of yourself at times. So we have here the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. This Cups theme for you is really interesting. I'm getting the strongest messages from the Cups, actually, even though this one is about emotions. It's swords, but it's still about emotions, that 9 of Swords here. So here, Knight of Pentacles and 10 of Cups is showing this is the stability. You're taking it slowly, I feel, but you're having this stability and this harmony with yourself. And actually, it's improving your perspective, your outlook of the future too, no matter how dark things have looked in the recent. So overall, this is really good. I'm going to do a final pull, and then I'll get the outer world for you after this. Spirit, what else? Any other final messages for self in the next 30 days? Okay, interesting. You have the Lovers at the bottom. Very, very beautiful. This is a lot of self-love. And this card here, this is one of the special cards in this deck. I think it's called the Centennial something. Should have written that down. So here, this is one of the special cards. I see this as the inner child thing that I just talked about. Oh my goodness. And look at the third card. Okay. So this is going to be big. I know it's only 30 days. It might sound like you need more time, but this is the time, like I was suggesting with the Judgment card. So this is the time. Lots of inner child healing is going to happen in the next 30 days, or at least the addressing that it needs healing. So like I said, this is going to take more than 30 days probably. But if you've already done a lot of this work, if you've already done a lot of these cycles, then yes, you will achieve much more healing within the next couple of weeks, okay? Yeah, this is good. So just a little bit more of advice for those of you that have not quite started that journey of self-healing or the inner child work. I would really highly recommend just sitting, breathing, and meditating. You can use a lot of crystals for this purpose, by the way. If you look up crystals for healing trauma, inner child, higher self, things like this, I would highly recommend to meditate and invite your higher self and your child self, and here you are, and kind of like unite with everyone. And I think the goal of healing something as painful as this is the brightest forms of light, such as love, compassion, forgiveness, and absolutely inviting your angels and guides to help you in this process, because us human beings, you know, we can't work through all of this darkness by ourselves. We need the higher forms of light, the higher beings. So I know I just kind of brushed, like that's a lot of things to just give you in one moment, but that's some tips. And then in further readings in this topic, we can get into more methods, but that's a start. Okay. So bring in your child self, bring in your higher self, and try to come into that sort of unification of self I know it's easier said than done, of course. Take your time with it as well. Journal writing is going to be helpful, but we're focusing on positive messages towards the self. Otherwise, you know, we're going to kind of just repeat negative cycles. So try to focus on positive phrases towards yourself. Spirit, in their outer world, please, for group number 1 in the next 30 days. What might come through in their outer world, such as maybe work, career, relationships, friendships? Next 30 days, please. You have a really awesome thing here. This is a wish coming true for you in your outer world. This is going to depend, though. This is specifically, oh, I know. This is something that you had an intuition was going to come true. You knew it. You're like, you know, I was doing this thing and I was preparing for this thing. I was hoping for this. And you knew that it was going to come through, and it does. So whichever thing you had that feeling about is what this is talking about. It was something you were wishing for, and it could have had to do with your progress moving forward, especially for those of you if this had to do with your own personal projects and ventures, maybe something with your job. I feel like it's not going to be for 100% of you job related, but this is something that is still going to propel you forward. Can you give us more clarity on this, Spirit? Oh. You know, I think the major arcana cards, it's just like really showing the strength that you're building. This is really wild. You have 5 major arcana cards and then the Queen of Swords here. So you have the Hierophant and the Temperance. There's a lot of healing or peace or some kind of... I feel like someone's helping you here with the Hierophant card. This is a little bit more oriented towards work, or if some of you are in school, it could be something with that. There's like a mentor here. There's someone coming through here. Maybe this is something more in the 5D, but this feels like you're getting some sort of a blessing or a gift is coming through. This does kind of feel like a spirit guide at this point, but it also for some of you could be someone that is helping you with this. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you already knew that this was going to happen, I feel. If you're not sure what I'm talking about right now, you're going to know probably within less than 1 week. So, you know, just let that happen. Queen of Swords, though. Yeah, this has to do... You already knew this. This is clarity, and you had also clarity in regards to the direction that you were heading in. So, can we know anything more about this, Spirit, for them in the next 30 days for this energy? And you were worrying about this, too. You were worrying about this, especially about your future. And I think that there may have been more than one thing to choose from. So, for example, if you were torn between 2 decisions in your work or in just any area outside of yourself, like non-spiritual part of your life, there was a decision to be made. I think you were stressing this a lot, even though you did know in your intuition what was going to happen. So maybe that's a nice additional message. Don't doubt yourself. You guys, especially with that heavy cups energy, you have a strong intuition. I hope that you know that. You do. But what I should point out is that if you have a strong intuition, this energy, all of this actually blocks intuition. So it kind of is a double-edged sword. Be careful. The way to strengthen intuition is actually to remove what blocks intuition. So that's another reason to do more healing, which we saw in the first category. So once you establish more healing, you can actually strengthen your intuition as a nice bonus. Spirit, what else is coming towards them in the next 30 days, please? Especially outside of themselves. Like, this is... Let's get stuff for relationships now. I think I have to use a different deck just in case we have repeating cards. Spirit, what's coming towards them in the area of friendships or love? Love or friendship, Spirit, for group 1, next 30 days, please. Specifically in love and friendships. And or... Okay, that is not the greatest message. There may be some arguments coming through in the next 30 days. Jeez, that just like hit me. Anything else in the next 30 days? Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably that retrograde. And I tell you, I never used to know about this stuff or even really align with it at all. But I have seen what happens during it's Mercury retrograde for the next couple weeks, in at least when I'm posting this, because you might be watching this afterwards. But if you're interested in protecting yourself, definitely look at the articles for staying peaceful during the Mercury retrograde. What else is coming towards them in 30 days for love and friendships, please? And or okay, we have group 1. Oh, please, please meditate and heal. This is too much for you. This is here again, if you can believe it. I mean, that's why getting a second deck is very useful, especially if this tends to happen. Oh boy. Okay. First things first, take care of your spiritual health, which is grounding yourself, cleansing, and protecting. In regards to protecting your aura, that's, I think, the only specific topic I have in my videos. It's like 2 or 3 months old. Check that out. If not, just, Google articles. They're very helpful on cleansing and protecting yourself. Please don't treat this as a back burner thing. This has to be a priority. And I tell you this because of personal experience. I'm not judging you. It's because you all know, if you've been with me from the beginning of my channel, you saw what a hot mess I was in the beginning. I didn't protect my energy back then, and I was doing this work over and over and over again, and that was a huge mistake. So now I have all my crystals, I have my salt, I have my sages. If I'm lucky, I'll do a salt cleanse, like shower or bath or like whatever. But you guys really, I'm telling you, you have to make this a priority. Otherwise, you're going to keep feeling like this over and over again. But the good news is that things harmonize for towards, I think, I don't know exactly when in the next 30 days, but this does harmonize. You start to feel much better about yourself, your confidence in regards to dealing with other people. So I'm not seeing anything like out of the ordinary. There's really no messages specifically because maybe things kind of stay level for the next 30 days, but at least we do see that there is reconciliation. Again, if you're watching when I'm posting this, probably after the retrograde, there's reconciliation, and there's just better, you're feeling much more confident in your relationships and friendships, so that's really good. Spirit, any final messages for them in love or friendships, please? Yeah, you have the Hermit at the bottom. Maybe you take some time to be away from everybody. Okay, so we have here the King of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Let me just get one clarification for that. Spirit, can you tell us what's the message here with this? Someone might tell you the truth about something, actually. It's interesting. You have the Knight of Swords and the Death card. I feel like I'm not sure where this is coming from because it depends on... It's going to be different for everyone, but there's a truth. There's communication here. These 2 cards, yeah. There's communication here, but I do feel like it's going to be a tired old argument again. But my hope, because of the Swords energy, is that at least you're going to clear the air. And there may be some sort of a revival or like a rebirth energy. Spirit, can you tell us the conclusion of that? Whatever's going on there. Wow, this is really split in the... Geez, this is totally, totally opposite. So for some of you, it depends on who you're dealing with. Some of you, you're going to have this beautiful reconciliation energy, especially if it was a friend that you were fighting with or had a tiff with. But others of you, you're going to completely walk away from someone or maybe vice versa. So this is going to be a split message here. So this purely just depends. Okay, so keep a lookout for this. If you have a good relationship with this person and they're a positive overall person, it's going to be a good ending. But if this person keeps bringing back these repeating battles, I feel like this is just going to be like, ghost city here. Alrighty. Let's get a final pull from, I think I'm going to use, these are the Divine Energy Oracle. So I'm just going to pull a couple from here. Spirit, can you have any final messages of guidance for group number 1 in the next 30 days, please? Guidance, please. Anything else that they need to hear, need to know? These are shuffling kind of weird. Okay. Okay, we just have one. We have Wake Up Call on the bottom. I feel like we already kind of went through those messages, but this wake-up call is not going to exactly hit you until probably after the 30-day mark. But if you are hyper vigilant, you can catch this energy that is trying to really, it's trying to confront you, basically. So the only other card you got, do all things in moderation. I do agree with this, especially the emotional component and anything at all that adds to your stress, such as too much work, being around too many people, or like having too many arguments, or like something too little or too much. This is going to completely throw you off that balance. And remember, you guys, with that cups energy that I was sensing, you must take care of your spiritual health, okay? So balance, moderation, cleansing, and grounding will help this energy. And then you can have this beautiful, harmony here that I spoke of. So group 1, this was quite an interesting reading. I hope that this resonated. If it didn't at all, it might not be your group, so you can try to pick another one. I hope that this ends up resonating after the 30-day mark, and that this guidance did help you in some way, even if it doesn't end up exactly hitting the mark. So thank you guys. I'm sending you love, and I hope to see you next time, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is the andalusite. I hope I'm saying that right. Spirit, this reading is for group 2 and the energies for them in the next 30 days. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 2. So the first thing I'm going to pull for you is the glimpse of the 30 days, and then I'll separate it into a couple of different categories so we have very defined clarity. Spirit, for group 2, please, what is the glimpse of their, uncomfortable today. The glimpse of the next 30 days energy for group number 2. What is the glimpse of their next 30 days, please? Kind of a lot of cards. Let me see. There's a couple of special cards in this deck. You just got one of them. I think this is called the Centennial deck or something. This is a pretty interesting mix. So you started off with the Page of Pentacles. And then you have here, you have the Justice and the Chariot. You have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and then this card, it's unnamed. It's like snowy, and then I think they're by themselves there. It looks like the Hermit, almost. So you're going to have a bit of a mix in the 30 days. I do feel like there is going to be this type of up and down, and if you see the cards, the way that they're going, it is actually up and down. But the grounding energy here with the Justice and the Chariot is still quite positive, because it means that even though it's up and down, which, by the way, as I was mentioning in group 1, I don't know a ton about this stuff, but if you're watching when I'm posting on October 3rd, this may be as a result of the Mercury retrograde, which I never used to align with this, but it does make perfect sense to me, and I have seen the effects of it myself, which is, it's crazy how it works. So if you do feel up and down, that might be a part of it. Make sure to ground and protect yourselves. But There's good balance here, there's good fairness, and there is good motion forward. Going back to the Page of Pentacles, in the first card in this glimpse is that there's a lot of potential for fortune and prosperity, or like positive energy. Knight of Wands, it's the same thing. You know, you're moving forward, you have that motivation and passion. I just feel like in some of the places, you know, you kind of hit little roadblocks, or maybe other people or like your environment start to make it a little difficult for you, but we'll see. Let's get some clarity here. First, I'm going to look into the area of self, just so that you have that preparation. We have this pesky devil energy down here. It's not surprising because everyone has been getting all of the clutter out of the closet in the recent time. Spirit, in the area of self, please. Next 30 days for group 2. What's going to come through? Okay. All right. There may be cycles ending of you feeling alone and abandoned, or cold, like directionless or something like that, whatever resonates with this Five of Pentacles here. I feel like this is going to, and again, it's kind of going up and down here, but we have the World, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're making some important decisions about what and who to leave behind in the next 30 days. That's a big thing to do in, you know, just like a couple, in a 1 month span, but it's time, it's needed. It's very much. Spirit, what else for in the area of self, group 2, next 30 days, please? I feel like you guys are very practical and logical, despite the cups here, in regard to what is best for you. I feel like when it comes down to it, you are really wise in a way of knowing what to cut out of your life, because you're able to see the future. You're able, look, it's climbing now. The energy is going up this time. So you're able to see, you're able to foresee what will help you and what will hurt you in any way. So I'm talking about people or relationships and friendships or habits of your own, the way that you live your life. You're rising above the old patterns, and you're able to see with that foresight what will lead you to this success. We have also the Tower here, so I'm assuming it's going to be, for some of you, a bigger change later down the line, in addition to the 30 days. Spirit, can you tell us more about the area of self for the next 30 days? Yeah, you're in higher spirits here. Oof, this is really good. When I said higher spirits, wow, this is just awesome. You had the Three of Cups, the Sun, and the Hierophant, see? So you're going to be feeling much better. And this is going to be a result of the clearing of, like, specifically because, like, if you got to figure, if you clear away negative energy from your life, from wherever it stemmed from, of course, you know, the sun's going to come out. You're going to just feel brighter and happier. So this is because of something that you did. Strangely, though, I don't know why I felt that you made a decision about this. This could have even been automatic or, like, unintentional, but whatever caused this world ending of that cycle, I'm grateful to see that here, because you're, even it's showing with the Hermit, you're alone. You're standing alone, not lonely. You're standing by yourself here, and you're standing firm with your decision, and you exert, basically asserted, that's the word I was looking for, your power here, okay? That's your personal power in order specifically to improve in your future. Okay. Whew, that's a lot of energy right there. It's really powerful. Let's take a look at anything else, but I feel like this is already just, we're good. We're good to go here. Spirit, any other messages, guidance, advice for them in the area of self for the next 30 days? Okay, yeah, we'll look at the Judgment on the bottom. That's, yeah, the transformations we're all going through. Okay, this is interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Now, you see the Fool here. The World card is the last card in Major Arcana. Then here we are to the Fool. So in your path, keep going. You're doing it because you're just going whoop, and then starting the next chapter of your life. So you do succeed in this. But take a look at these energies. Whoa. I was just, oh my goodness, I was just reading for a friend before this, and she She cut these exact cards. That's crazy to me. Exactly these 3 cards. So we have a lot of fear and anxiety, uncertainties, questions, and the fear is getting the best of us. We have here illusions, deceptions, or lies. It could be it's self-lies probably. And then here is more confusion and fog. It's like the veil. So this is a lot of stuff we have to get out of the, clear out, basically. So this is going to be included with whatever you were clearing out of your own energy. But remember, we had environmental stuff here too. Even though this is in the area of self, this affected your internal world. So that's why this energy is going to be cycling out. But let me see where this may be coming from. Spirit, can you tell us what area of their lives is this coming from specifically? Maybe what's hidden from them here. Some of you, it's your own suppressed or repressed type of emotional issues. That could be half of it. But then another is someone who looks honest, or actually this person is silent. What I was going to say before is someone who looks like they're an honest person, but for some reason they're being completely silent. Or they're not as, like, the other aspect of it is if they are not as honest as you thought they were. Spirit, can you tell us anything more about the King of Swords? Okay, so I'm gonna continue this in the next category because I don't want to confuse these messages. But we have the Chariot and the Page of Cups. There's some kind of a movement here with this particular person, but my guess is that it's not moving if they're attached to this negative energy. So let me pause there. But in area of, I'm going to get back to this in a moment. In area of self, you guys are looking really good. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep, doing your spiritual cleansing practices, balancing yourself. And this is going to help a lot because the road ahead is going to be a bit foggy for a little while longer. Okay, so since we're, I'm not sure what category to get next, but, I guess I should just continue with that one, and then afterwards I'll get something else. Spirit, what are the energies in the next 30 days for group 2 in the area of love and or friendships? Next 30 days, love and or friendships, please. Okay, that's a weird combo, but let's see what we can gather from this. All right, we started off with the Tower, and that was kind of like, that was kind of hinting for a couple of cards ago. We have the Tower, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the High Priestess. High Priestess. Spirit, can you clarify these cards, please? What is this energy with friends, love, and friendship? Okay, so there may be... Whoops. I think a burden is coming to an end here. Yeah, because we have here the 10 of Wands. I don't think that it'll happen easily, but I feel like at least it's moving. The Tower, the 10 of Wands, then you have the 10 of Pentacles, then you have the 10 of Cups. So this is confirmation for me. That's 3 10s in a row. Not to mention this crazy looking Tower card. The dust is going to settle here. And depending on what the situation was for you, though, because, well, I mean, at least we know the category. That's why I like to separate it. Okay, something here with the High Priestess was meant to come to the surface for a long time. There may have been burden, there may have been conflicts, arguments, and battles here. I think that there's going to be a positive note, though, in the next 30 days. I'm not sure to what degree, because Page of Pentacles kind of feels like a tiny little bit of a potential. Spirit, can you tell us, what is all of this talking about? What is going on here? What is the bottom line that they need to know and prepare for? I see. The 5 of Pentacles is here. That's familiar. Okay. Okay, well, who is this talking about? That would be good for me to know. Who is this talking about? Spirit, for group number 2, who is the 5 of Pentacles talking about? We have the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Okay. What will be the result? All right. This is an interesting thing because I am definitely getting mixed signals here, as you might have guessed, but that is fitting with your whole month, actually. So the bottom line here is that it's not going to be exactly clear cut for you guys in group 2. It's interesting because that stone, I got that because of its grounding properties. So the best thing that you can do for the next 30 days is to practice grounding and feeling as stable as you can spiritually, like energetically and emotionally, because everything around you is shifting from day to day. Okay, or like week to week, but this is a lot. Okay, so make sure that you make it a priority to stay grounded and level. And if you're not sure how to do that, you know, do a quick Google search. You can do guided meditations on YouTube and stuff, because there's just a lot of what do you call it, like, you know, just unevenness, uncertainty in the next 30 days. There's like a mixture of hope and harmony, but then the other side of it is this conflict, and for some of you even more than that, it might even be chaos, not like top level, but this is still, you know, conflict. Okay, so I also got this card here, which does look like some sort of loneliness or something like that. It actually could be something being renewed as well. I'm drawn to the purity looking of the white snow here. But you got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So we got really confusing right at this point. This here is completely muddled. So for that reason, I gotta grab these and ask, who on earth is this talking about? Spirit, can we have a person, please? A specific figure that we can focus this energy on. Spirit, who is this talking about for group number 2? Can you give us some clarity on who this is talking about? Oh boy. Oh boy. So here we have the Six of Cups and the World. So this is talking about a person that you have a deep soul connection with. It could be a lover or a friend or whatever, you know, like anyone. You're not in communication with this person from what I can see here. So you have this at the bottom, and there's a feeling of loss. Whoops. And this burden card repeated. It just makes me feel like they're in communication with you in the 5D probably. I feel like this is coming from them. I feel like their energy is pushing to give some sort of a calling out to you. I'm just not 100% sure if they go through with it or if you go through with it. But there's someone here that you have a strong soul connection with. With the World card coming through, at least we see that there's an ending of some kind of a cycle. So I feel like it will be resolved in some way. Spirit, can we get the conclusion of this? What's going to happen here? Yeah, this is a communication card. Okay, Ace of Swords, communication or clarity. And on the bottom, we actually have healing. Okay, but what's, can you tell us what's going on with these cards over here? What's the message here? For group 2, please. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a closing up of the cycle in some way with the Wheel of Fortune. What about in the next 30 days, though? What's going to come through, please? Okay, group 2. This is why we had these difficult messages. The next 30 days, you know, it's going to be challenging in some ways. In the area of you and yourself, again, you're going to do a great job shining, right? Even though it's difficult. And I feel like it speaks of your strength even more, seeing how these energies keep going up and down. So in the next 30 days, this situation, or maybe your issue with a particular person, if that's resonating in the first place, it may take some more time for this to completely come to a type of closure, or resolution, like where you can feel satisfied. The energies are still moving. So we're going to need more timing here. This is also a card of divine timing. So there's still going to be some things left over. So if you're watching this and then 30 days from now, you look back and you're like, well, this is still an issue, right? And I have to say that it probably will be. I don't like delivering bad news, of course, but it's looking like either you or the person, or maybe whoever it was that you were dealing with, there still is going to be some unresolved stuff, but it's part of this, okay? It's part of this divine timing and divine alignment. So this card, Ace of Swords, is kind of telling us a glimpse of the fact that there will be, I feel strongly that there will be communication at some point later down the line. But this here in the 30 days, this is talking about your inner clarity from the difficulty. So maybe you're going to get some answers. You're going to understand why things are happening, and you're going to stay clear of the chaos. You're not going to get sucked in, which I think is what this is talking about. This is clarity and I mean cleansing. This is cleansing and this is clarity here. Whew, this is tough. Spirit, are there any other messages for them about love or friendships? Anything? I think this has been a really difficult half a year for you in regards to friendships and love. I feel like I've said that. I'm getting deja vu. Okay, so here with the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, you can see what I'm saying. So stay strong, okay? And my advice to you is that if you do get into issues with people, even if it's in the 5D and you're not actually arguing with them, try to remain as peaceful as you can and approach the situation with the energy of love, or, you know, of heart in general, because at least that way you can feel peaceful on the inside, and it's the only hope for any type of harmony or love, like even friendship love, whatever type of love in the future. So let's stay in a high vibration here, you know, and not get sucked into all of this craziness that we see. Like, this is, by the way, like I said, this is the second time you're seeing this. You're getting a lot of the difficult cards. So stay in your high vibration, stay balanced, stay peaceful. It, you know, it's not too bad, you know, like, meaning the way to do that. So take 5, 10, 15 minutes every day, you know, sit, relax your body, breathe deeply, and just center yourself. Like, make this a part of your daily life. Maybe you're doing it as if you're commuting, or if you're having your coffee in the morning, like whatever, just have that. This will keep you sane, okay? And you can also use the crystals for grounding to aid you in this. So the final thing that I'm going to get for you is I'm going to get something for maybe like work or that part of your life, just to get some extra guidance. This one was tough. I'm glad I didn't do this last. Jeez. But you guys can handle this. I know that you can. In fact, you have been for a while. So, okay. Spirit, what are the energies for group number 2 in the next 30 days in the area of work, career, finance, any of these related topics? Group 2. Let's get a couple more. Oh, okay. All right. So you have another special card here. Thank you for this. Thank you, Spirit, for this. This is a 6 of Wands, a card of victory and success. And your first card, thank you. Your first card is the Ace of Wands. So it's not the Pentacles, which would have been like a little more on the nose. But Ace of Wands is a really good card, because this is a new beginning of passion. And here, with these additional cards, you're going to have a lot of movement, as well as probably a lot more confidence as well. So I'm not sure if you're trying to head in a different direction and advance in your work, or, you know, whatever the case is. But these are good supportive cards to have. So what it means is that you're going to feel more confident, you're going to have more certainty within your skills, and you're probably going to go after more opportunities as they arise. You have here the 4 of Cups and the Moon. That one I'm curious about. And then you also have this special lover-looking card here. I feel like this one is actually talking about guidance. Spirit, can we just have a message for these two here? What's the message here? Oh, all right. So it's actually talking about, basically it's just saying not knowing the way it, not knowing the way itself, or just no, not having answers probably with the moon card. So this is okay, because you're probably not going to have some answers for a little while. Probably it may extend past the 30 days, or at least a couple of weeks. But that's okay. Here's the advice that Spirit's giving you, is to not get stuck in your energy, because not having answers and not having perfect clarity is pretty much a guarantee in life, but they don't want you to get stuck in your energy. So stay in the original vibration that we saw. Stay confident and stay encouraging towards yourself. They are guiding you. They are giving you close guidance here in the next steps in regards to your career, your path, whatever it is. Any other energies coming towards them in their jobs and careers, finances in the next 30 days, please. What's coming through? We have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. Don't give in to fear. I think that fear is becoming an increasing factor for you guys. This comes towards you in quiet moments, I think. This is, yeah, okay. No, I understand why, because, you know, it's looking like it was like tough energy surrounding you. But here with the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, someone's going to offer you something better. Or they may speak of it. They may mention something. Here, the King of Cups, maybe it's someone that you work with, could be a boss, or just someone that is near you. They could offer you something, and this is going to make you feel very confident within yourself. So there's like a little birdie in your ear here that says something to you. Spirit, any final messages, please, for group 2? I do feel that this is really, you know, this time that you're in now, it's testing you. For you guys in particular, it's really testing basically the person that you want to be. Okay? So again, here with the Eight of Swords, kind of similar to down here. The Eight of Swords is a card of thinking that we're trapped when we're not. So in regards to your fears or your perspectives, be very cautious with what you feed yourself, because if you feed yourself negative thoughts, it's going to manifest. And for you guys, with your strong energy, it's going to probably be really extreme at a certain point if you don't stop it. So stay in this confident, passionate energy, and you're going to be just fine. Okay? I don't think that this will manifest into anything negative at all, especially if you stay positive and you stay protected in your energy. And yeah, something is coming through. For you guys, I think that more stuff, much bigger stuff, is going to come through most likely in November, December timeframe. But the next 30 days, there was a lot going on, and I think in your personal life and the area of self, but this is a little bit quieter until we can reach that next closing out of the chapter. All right, so let's get a final pull from this. This is the Divine Energy Oracle. Spirit, can we have some final messages for group number 2, please? Next 30 days, please. Next 30 days for group 2. These are kind of hard to pull out singles. This is a random message, but as I was shuffling, Spirit said, try to, in the next few weeks, try to do activities or anything that will help your flexibility. Because I'm looking at that crystal and it's like super flat and tough. So you want to do something that will make you feel like, basically have more fun experiences, maybe dance or something like that. Maybe stretch, yoga, whatever. Anything at all that can help your flexibility mentally and physically. Maybe do something different and fun that you've never done before. That's something that could help your energy as well. Final message for group 2, please. I don't know why you're not getting... Nothing's coming out. That's weird. Okay, so This makes sense because of all of the fives we were getting. Grieve your losses. And here they have correct your mistakes. I actually feel like you've been doing too much of this. I think that there's been this energy where you were only paying attention to what you were doing wrong or what was going haywire. So my recommendation for that card is to be way more forgiving of yourself and more accepting of when things don't go to plan, because again, that's a part of life, that uncertainty, and this will help you to be more in flow and flexible, as I mentioned. So, and it'll also keep you positive as well. Let's pull just one more. Yeah, be more flexible with yourself, I think, you know, just to be not so hard on yourself. Whoopsie. Okay, so we have here, bust out of your cocoon. I like this one a lot because I do feel like that stiffness spiritually. I feel like there's a lot more creativity or spiritual, you know, energy, like that high vibrational that wants to come out of you. So allow yourself to. And then your final ones, you have look forward and speak up. So they may be asking you to speak up about an opportunity of your future, especially in areas of work or even friendships and relationships. So don't be afraid to speak up, speak your truth. And as we did see you guys do in the first shuffle, that you do stand up for yourself and that you are very wise about this. Alrighty, group 2. I know this wasn't the easiest reading, and I know I'm going to get a bunch of thumbs down for this for some people, but I hope that the guidance part was helpful. I'm not going to pull a bunch of fives and, you know, dark background cards and give you, you know, like cotton candy messages. What help would that be? So I tried my best to give you the best, the support, the encouragement, the, I guess, methods and the guidance that would make this transition easier, because I do feel you're cycling out of this. Any ending of a cycle is difficult. But again, you're troopers, you're making it through, and it is going to get much easier after this hump. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sending you love. By the way, if this didn't resonate at all, feel free to pick a different group. But sending you blessings, and I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is the Rose Quartz Angel. Spirit, this reading is for group 3 and the energies for them in the next 30 days. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Okay, so we're going to start off with the glimpse and just kind of see what pops up in it and hits us. Spirit, for group 3, please. What's the glimpse of their next 30 days, please? Just the glimpse. Okay. All right. We're the Fool on the bottom, and I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at anyone, but I'm looking at this and I thought to myself in my head, you guys might be able to have a powwow with group number 2 because they got these cards a lot, like similar cards like this. So maybe if you guys know any group number 2s, like if you have friends that watch and pick whatever, maybe this is shared energy at a certain point. So group 3, oh, actually, they got this card too. Anyway, let me not do that. Okay, so here we have the Page of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Death card. Okay, so putting all of this together, and I really love this. Ooh, this is good. You have here on the bottom, you have the Fool, the Lovers, and the Empress, and then there's actually another double lover card here. This is the special deck, the Centennial one. Let's put this aside for a second, though. There is a lot of brightness and potential and hope. Now, for you guys, what I'm seeing here is that this is where things are going to pick up from some of the conflict and I don't know what this 5 of Pentacles is. It might be like abandonment, ghosty type of energy here. I'm not sure exactly yet. I have to clarify. But this is going to get better. This is going to improve within the next 30 days. So I'm really happy to hear that. 7 of Pentacles and the Death card. A rebirth is on its way. It is coming. I don't know if it's going to extend past 30 days, but it is on its way. That's good. Okay. Anything else for the glimpse, please? That Page of Pentacles is your shining light. It is showing us the abundance that will come through, inevitably. So I wouldn't worry too much because it will come through. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so you got another of those special cards here, and then you have the Page of Cups. Oh, interesting. I feel that there's... when we clarify into the category of love and friendships and/or, I feel like this is probably going to come up. I see someone here. This is not your energy, actually. There's someone here that you're interacting with that I feel ultimately it will be something good. It depends on your situation. So if you're not speaking to someone, you're probably going to be acquainted with them again. Or if you had a fight with someone, there could be some sort of reconciliation. But in this card, especially relating to the 5 of Pentacles, I see someone reaching out for you. You could be reaching out for them as well, but I think that it's mutual, if anything. So now we're going to separate it. First, I'll look into the area of self, just so that we can have the strongest messages. This is an important category because you carry this with you. It's not dependent on anything. Spirit, in the area of self, please. Group 3, next 30 days. What are the energies coming towards them? In the area of self. Okay, we only have 3. 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the World. So my first impression with the 6 of Pentacles was that you're going to be more fair to yourself and your life. If you were previously giving too much of yourself, you're going to probably stop doing this too much. I think that if you have a lot of negative perspectives on yourself, you're going to be more fair to yourself. Here with the 5 of Cups, I actually feel like this is a huge releasing energy coming towards you. Yes, it is, because especially with the World card here as well. So this is you closing up those cycles of unfairness. Whatever that looked like for you in your life, if that word resonates, unfairness is going to stop. Or at least you're going to put intentions to stop them. So if it takes longer than 30 days, at least, you know, you're gonna put that in motion. Spirit, in the area of self, what's coming towards them in the next 30 days for group number 3, please? There's going to be much more power. Oh boy, this is good. You have the High Priestess, the Magician, and the 10 of Cups. You're going to be much more trusting of yourselves. And I hope as well that you guys start to work with your spirit guides, your angels, your higher level beings of any sort. This is a lot of power coming in. They said 15 days, so whatever, you know, that can obviously vary, but they, like, right at the mid-mark of your 30 days, I feel like this power is gonna, it's gonna almost like surge through. And the reason for this is because you closed out this cycle. Balance is power. So before, when things were lopsided, and you know what I mean, like they were uneven, anything that's too much or too little, or if we're too open or too closed, this is not good for our power. Because, for example, if we're too closed, we don't receive anything. But if we're too open, we receive all of the things, including the negative and the painful. So the key is balance. Everything works in a system of balance. So because you did that, you achieved that balance in your life, you closed out the negative and you released, you are achieving way more power. And you're in harmony with everything, with your path, with your guides, with probably your relationships too. We'll check on that, but we did see a glimpse of that as well. Anything else for the area of self, please, for group 3? There it is, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is a huge time of transition for you in general, but it is looking like within 30 days you're gonna have some advancements here. Can we clarify that, please? I do see you working with your guides, and look, they bring you fortune and new beginnings. So this is the perfect time to start that. This, you may watch this today and forget about this. It may be in the back of your mind, or maybe you're one of those people that, like, you consciously are super mindful every single day about this. So if that's the case, you're going to actively go about working with your guides. It doesn't really matter what the case is, because it's still going to be there on some level. You start to work with your spirit guides, and this opens up an entire new world for you. Cleansing and prosperity and divine love and self-love, or any kind of love, really. Anything else? What do we need to know for the next 30 days in self, please, for group 3? The Queen of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles, another element of sort of like this balance image here. What is the message with these two cards, Spirit, please? We have that Seven of Pentacles again. This is you planting the seeds. You're planting the seeds of some sort of I thought this was emotional at first, the Queen of Cups, like some sort of emotional balance, but I'm actually seeing it now. It's psychic. A psychic message. Spirit, what's the conclusion here with this? What's the message here? Yeah, it is. Here's the King of Swords, and here's the Seven of Wands. Okay, so if some of you have been really striving or fighting for some sort of psychic clarity or spiritual development, maybe you've been working on your skills, that type of a thing, the seeds are being planted for you to achieve this. So continue on this path, continue doing what you're doing, and every step of the way you will be reaching a new level. So this is not going to stop at just obviously 30 days. You're going to rise up. Spirit, any final messages for them in the area of self in the next 30 days? Yes, you will reach a ton of success with this area of your life. I think that a lot of you were focused on your psychic and spiritual development specifically. It doesn't look like other stuff really came through. I mean, it could have talked about mental health. It could have talked about physical health, or like your own personal focus. But this was highly psychic and spiritual. So you're going to really reach a lot of success with this. Within 30 days, yes, but also extending beyond this, for sure. With by the end of the year, you're going to have a lot come through. We're looking good. Okay, so now we're going to get some other categories. I think I'm going to just do career / work, or if you're not working, then like maybe finances or something in that area. But I'm also going to ask about relationships too. I have a weird feeling to do it together, so let me see what happens. Maybe for some of you it's like mixed. Spirit, can you tell us for group number 3 in the next 30 days, what's coming towards them in their outer world, such as job and relationships, friendships, stuff like that? Oh, that's good. Ace of Cups. Lots of healing. And again, I have the strong feeling that if you were having issues with somebody, especially if they walked away, 8 of Cups at the bottom, there's going to be a healing. If someone was holding a grudge or holding something like anger, bitterness, resentment, there's going to be healing here. I love this. What else? Their outer world, please. Yeah, there's friendships coming back. Or celebrations, high vibrations, joy. And as I said that, the 2 of Cups. So this just depends. Some of you, it's strictly friendships, and others of you, this is love as well, or in addition to. There was some, I mean, the phrase that came out was, there was some nasty energy here. I don't mean that in a judgmental way. That's what they said. There was like nasty energy here with the devil. There was something that really came through that just interfered in a dark way with the, whatever relationship you have in mind here. Spirit, can we have clarity? The Chariot. The Devil and the Chariot. Okay, but what else? The 6 of Cups. Wow. That's why. Because this person meant the world to you. This person, or this either friendship or relationship or whatever, it meant a lot to you. It meant, like, this was a soul connection. Ace of Cups, please, Spirit. Whoop. Ace of Cups. Oh, I see. The Hierophant. Yeah, this was divinely guided to reconcile. So this was not just because of you or the other person. I feel like this was meant. This was meant to come into some kind of healing. What else? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely going to be, I feel like there's definitely going to be some communication here. The Devil card is really bothering me. Spirit, what do they need to know about the Devil card? What is the best guidance or message for the Devil card? Okay. Let me word this properly. So, clarifying the Devil, we have the Knight of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Oh, right. When I see that 3 of Swords. So obviously, without even saying much about this card, this was very painful. I don't know how long ago this happened, but no matter when it happened, the wound probably still feels fresh. Okay. For some of you, just as a little disclaimer, if it's not resonating that a particular person is coming to mind, this might actually represent something within your outer world in general that involves people. So for example, it could have been something within your family or work or whatever. But again, for you guys, I feel like the energy is so close. You might be the type of people that, like, if you're working at some place, these people become your friends and they become like family, something like that. So this hurt. And this brought up so much darkness. And over here with the 4 of Pentacles, I feel like one or both sides of this was trying to close their heart. But that's not you. You're the Ace of Cups, you know? Like, you're the 2 of Cups. And look at this sweet, beautiful energy here. This is friendship, and this is love. So, the message here is... The message here is about the heart itself. Here with the Knight of Cups, this is an energy of some type of like love or reconciliation or something like that. Spirit, what else can you tell us about this message, especially the Devil and the 3 of Swords? Yeah, maybe you or the other person was just like completely going back and forth, stuck all the time with this, whether or not to make amends. So, with the Emperor, this could have been someone, yeah, this actually could have been, for some of you, it could have been someone at work that things were like difficult with, because the Emperor energy reminds me of work. But yeah, someone here was being very rigid and like cold, very cold, like a stone, or like this metal armor here. And there was this back and forth feeling. So the best advice is to, I mean, realistically, the best advice is to have love and healing within your own heart first, because otherwise it's just going to turn colder and like more into like a stone every week, month, or year that passes. And I don't think that you guys want that for yourselves. This is going to highly depend on the relationship you have with this person, or more than one person. But the advice, the first step advice is simple: to have love within your heart regardless of whatever's going on, no matter how nasty it got. Because I think that if you guys were to look inward, you would feel that way anyway. Like deep down, I feel like you would feel this beautiful, light, loving energy, not only towards this person, but in general, but yes, towards this person as well. So, you know, think of how you want to feel and what you want your life to look like. And this is a huge potential for the, because some of you, I pay attention to the comments, like when I have time to read all of them. Some people don't want others back in their lives after this has come through. But I would recommend to be honest with yourself. Are you trying to heal through anger, but actually creating more blockage for yourself, which in turn would block further love and further pure friendships as well? So just be careful with this. Spirit, anything else coming through to them in their outer world, work, or friendships, or love? What else is coming towards them in 30 days? Okay, so we have here the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the Magician. This is now a little bit more towards your work area. You're going to have more projects to focus on. It might be a little bit overwhelming, but if you keep your head straight and your focus straight, you're going to have a blast. Like, you're going to work on so many projects that you're excited about. The Magician, you may have manifested this. Just make sure that you stay confident within your own abilities, and that you, you know, as much as you can, stay in your high vibration, because otherwise, you know, this is going to turn into something overwhelming. But this is going to be a really exciting time for the area of your projects or your jobs, stuff like that. What else do they need to know about this, please? See what I just said? It came through. So I would say what can help the most, if there's a lot of busyness, to stay organized. You know, just make a simple list. I like to do those things. Some of you might think that this is a terrible idea, but I personally like to make, from time to time, I like to make mind maps. If you just Google that, a mind map, and just see what they do, it's an interesting technique that it helps to get all of the clutter out of your brain, and then you can make a simple list, like a bullet point list after that point. So just be careful to not overwhelm yourself. If you stay organized, relatively balanced, and you stay confident within yourself, this is not going to be overwhelming. This is going to be exciting and challenging. Hopefully you're up for the challenge. Spirit, any final messages for the next 30 days in their outer world, please? See? 10 of Pentacles. This is really good. This is more prosperity, or the opportunity for more prosperity. So there's definitely good vibration, good energy coming from that work-oriented aspect of your life, as well as your friendships. Any final messages for them? Outer world. Oh, I see. The Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. Here, it's a pretty simple message. No matter what the case is, if you find yourself worrying about stuff, if you question stuff, if you kind of fall into the trap of wanting to control for the situation, the advice is to let go completely. and allow yourself to be guided and to go with that flow of energy, because you're going to be guided one way or another. And if you are relaxed, or like you choose to release and surrender and let the divine help you, like let them help you, you're going to be led exactly where you need to be. And here with the Ace of Wands, overall, this is a good high vibrational energy for you, lots of passion and staying fiery, basically. So the last thing that I'm going to get for you is this Divine Energy Oracle, just a couple of messages. Spirit, can we have some final messages for group 3 in the next 30 days, please? Okay. Okay, now that's interesting. Out of all of these different cards, some of them, I mean, they all have different designs and shapes and stuff like that, but you have 2. I mean, these ones have the same scheme on them, but you have 2 that have a heart in the middle. Okay, so face your adversities and be of service. I feel like that's speaking directly on the issue with this person we saw before. They want you to face something. If you have been, I feel like you haven't been purposely ignoring it. I feel like you've been just too busy to think about it. But they want you to face this, and you will, because this energy is coming back around. And when they say be of service, I got that feeling of this kind of like offering a cup. Offering some sort of cup of harmony, love, whatever. It could be reconciliation depending on your case. So we have those 2. And then we have here, claim your art. This one is directly speaking about the 8 of Pentacles. You have exciting irons in the fire, is that the phrase? There's a lot of things that you're developing. This could be your own personal stuff, or if it is in the context of work or whatever else, it's ideas you've had for a while. So claim this, you know, be proud of this, because this is going to end up with a very positive result. And final messages for group 3, please. Group 3. For the next 30 days, Spirit. Okay, so I think we saw that with these 2 cards. So the message is, do all things in moderation. Balance and organization, I think, is always going to be key. I think I can only speak from personal experience with that one, you know, because I'm not an expert. But for me, organizing my thoughts and organizing my tasks is absolutely essential. So one simple thing that I started to do was writing down on a whiteboard. Like, I put the date on the top and I put the tasks beneath, and then I will, throughout the day, I will cross off the stuff on my list. I have found that if I don't do that, I completely just lollygag. Another thing that's super simple that you can do is just get either a watch or your phone or whatever you can use to make little time frames for yourself. So if you say, oh, okay, I want to clean up for 15 minutes, or I want to organize my papers for like 5 minutes, it's going to really make a huge difference just to have something practical. Okay, so this is kind of a funny ending here, group 3, but you have make no judgments, choose friends wisely. So I think that when we were speaking of a person over here, I do think that you have a lot of love for this person and pretty much anyone that you're around. I feel like you have a big heart. The reason why they're saying choose friends wisely is this is a good piece of advice if the person that you have in mind is negative. So just be careful where you put your energy, or like what your energy is open to. So if there is anyone negative, kind of, you know, maybe that's the moderation thing. But definitely protect yourself. Use the protective crystals. Envision yourself in a white shield of light and program that protection. And finally, make no judgments. This one is about having the big heart. Again, I feel like the make no judgments is kind of like if you did have some sort of negative thought or energy towards a person or maybe a situation, if it doesn't resonate that it's a person, try to eliminate negative judgments towards them, because this is only going to lower your vibration, and it's going to take you away from the purity of your heart. So that's the final message there. Whew. Group 3, I just, a lot going on, you know. I hope that this resonated. If it didn't at all, feel free to pick a different group, but I do hope that the advice part, the guidance part was helpful, and maybe in 30 days, you know, you can look back and see that some of these pieces did fit into place. So best of luck, you know, sending you guys love, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will hopefully see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose the group number 4, which is the bell. Let's take a look. Spirit, this is for group 4. And the energies for them in the next 30 days. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 4. Okay, so let's get a glimpse first. This is the Centennial deck. Has a couple of extra special cards. Spirit, what are the overall energies for group number 4 in the next 30 days? Overall, just a glimpse, please. Okay. I feel like all of the groups got very up and down and mixed messages. And if you are watching this on the day, like around the time I'm posting, just be aware that the Mercury retrograde definitely affects things. I didn't used to think this. I didn't even used to know about this, but I have seen evidence of this. Okay. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, definitely Google it, and you're going to be like, whoa, what on earth is happening? So we have here the Knight of Swords, the 2, the Knight, and the 5 of Cups. The Sun, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is an incredibly interesting mix of cards for a glimpse of 30 days. There's a lot of messages here, and they're all kind of mixed together, which is why for every group I separated it into categories, but there's a lot going on here. Okay. So with the Knight of Swords and the 2 of Cups, I feel like there may be some kind of movement or potentially communication in regards to a person that you're thinking of. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to check on this, because this is a lot of stuff. Because here, this is a contradictory message. Look at this. This is actually showing the opposite. So we're gonna get the clarity on here. But if anything, this could be saying that this is the underlying energy of the situation. But over here, this is looking good. Here with the 6 and the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. Things are becoming fair and bright, much more grounded. Yeah, so we're gonna separate the categories, and I'm gonna check on that energy as well. Not that much came up about your work though, but we'll see. Spirit, in the area of self for group 4, what is the energy for them in the next 30 days in the area of self? Oh, that's good. 10 of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are forgiving yourself or something within you that made you feel very negative. So self-forgiveness or forgiveness in general, or harmony, brightness. In the area of self, 30 days. Yes, yes, I love this. And we have this beautiful angel in the Lover's card. So here it is. You're closing out the cycle of pain. I love this message because I can feel the relief. And that's why we saw this first. Because this is the hope and the peace. Because you are closing out this cycle. And the reason you're doing this is because you know that it is time. Spiritually, you know that this is the time. Not just for you, but pretty much for everybody. And I've been talking about this energy for a very long time. The Judgment card, you know, we, as the collective, I feel like it's time to face our shadows and to make choices. See, it's very heavy. To make choices that ultimately will lead to our enlightenment. Not that you haven't been doing that, because you have forever. But this is sort of like where it's that final push, almost like the final 10% of things. At this point, it's the final 5% or 3%, because we've been doing this for so long. So you're closing out the cycles of heartache, even though for a lot of you, you still haven't had any sort of closure or resolutions, but this is internal. You're choosing this. You're choosing love, self-love, divine love, love of humankind. Like, you're choosing all kinds of love, and love is the strongest form of light. Spirit, can we have more area of self for group number 4, please? You're clearing out the devil energy. Like, look at this. You're just slashing through that darkness with the sword of divine and sword of clarity, and of there's something mental coming through here. There's a strike of realization coming through to you here. I'm seeing this as actually I didn't want to say holy per se, but there's this divine strike of knowing, or it's a gift. So divine, your spirit guides, your angels, they're going to help you out immensely in the next 30 days when it comes to clearing out this devil energy from your system. This is going to be great. Oh my gosh. You're going to feel a newfound peace within the next 30 days in regards to something that kept you in that devil energy. So any negative emotion, anything that was severely imbalanced, this could look like a lot of different things. So I guess I can list a couple for your idea. Like, if you had severe heartache, if you had addiction problems, anger problems, bitterness, or like a lot of mental health issues as well, you're going to be feeling so much better soon, very soon. Okay, so we have here the King of Pentacles. Some of you, this could have had to do with something physical in your world as well, with the King of Pentacles, but that's just one aspect of this. Let's see what else. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you surrender this. You do a great job of surrendering that painful energy, and I feel a huge burden lifting off of you. I'm happy to see that in you guys' reading, it is talking about what's coming into fruition in the 30 days. Some of the other groups is going to take some more time, but for you guys, it's the time for you. It's like the key. There's the key, and you're unlocking something here. Yeah, within the next 30 days. That's great. Anything else in the area of self that we need to know, Spirit? What else for group 4? Area of self. Okay. Look at that. Look at the fortune. I love it. Ace of Pentacles. It's giving me a very happy feeling. I feel like, I can't really describe the feeling, but I feel kind of like, it's just a very airy feeling. And over here we have this air kind of element here. This is one of the special cards. But I had like this doofy smile on my face with the Ace of Pentacles. I don't have a good word to describe it, but it felt great. This is relief. This is just accepting the positive energy. You're accepting the abundance, the prosperity, the gift, whatever divine was giving you. you accepted it with open arms, and you're like, thank you. You're just like, thank you so much. So this here, being that this is in the area of self, wow, this is a really powerful message. You come into union with a part of yourself that was missing since childhood. Wow, that's, oh my gosh, like that hit me. That was enormous. This energy is huge. Jeez, okay. Very beautiful message there. That can mean a lot of different things, but I think that we can safely connect that back to the Devil and the Three of Swords energy. So if you felt like you were missing a part of yourself, if you felt like something was incomplete, internally I'm talking about, this is going to come to you. So depending on how long you've been doing this healing work, obviously it may take more than 30 days if you kind of just started on the journey, but whatever the case is, this is going to be an advancement in your spiritual completion. Oh my God, that is an amazing thing. You guys are totally just like having so much triumph in this area, and in such a short amount of time. That's why I'm amazed. Okay, any other final messages for self, please? Whew. See that? Victory. I said triumph, and here's the triumph card at the bottom. How awesome is that? Three of Cups and the Moon. You're conquering a lot of fear. Yeah, especially with this. You're conquering a lot of fear, uncertainty, and confusion within yourself. This is so exciting. I feel the excitement from you guys. Especially like if you're watching this and it's not resonating at all, you may be pleasantly surprised. Just have patience, have faith, and let the month unfold. Oh, okay. Yeah, it feels like such relief. So I'm going to pause there with this category because this is just overwhelming, but in a wonderful way. So let's get some other areas of your life. Let's try maybe your work life or finances if you're not currently working. Let's see what comes through here in 30 days. I think that for you guys, it's just, again, within your particular divine timing and your path, it was just time, you know, to end those cycles. Spirit, in the area of work or career, prosperity, any of these, what's coming towards group number 4 in the next 30 days in this particular area of their life? Work, prosperity, career. The Chariot. You're moving forward. You're going to have some success here, or you're going to spark up that next part of your journey. So you are moving forward. I always like to see movement cards in this area because you know that opposite energy. Lots of people ask for reading about this in my personal readings, and they often say that they feel completely stuck. And so to see the Chariot, it's a breath of fresh air here. Oh my gosh, you have another movement card. That's amazing. That's quite amazing. Look at this. See? Both of these speak of the same energy. Some of you may actually be moving and relocating and having a completely fresh perspective. If you're not physically moving, this is passion. Queen of Wands, this is passion. So some of you, if you weren't working or you weren't in an environment that you felt like you belonged in work, this is you figuring out exactly where you want to go. This is great. Look at this. The Empress. This is so much empowerment and passion. This is a spark. Yeah. What else comes through in this area of their lives? Next 30 days, please. I can't believe how transformative this time of your life is. We have here the 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Okay, anything else? What else for this? Yeah, there was a huge struggle before this with this 5 of Pentacles. And like I said, this is matching with the overhaul we saw spiritually. So this struggle, this was financial struggle, or it could have been emotional struggle in regards to your path in this area. This is going to take a turn. There's a turn of events here. And check out, look, the Sun at the bottom. And check out this energy. Oh my gosh. You're going to know exactly where you want to go with the Ace of Swords, and you will start this new beginning. Now, being that we're checking on 30 days, this could actually come very unexpectedly, though. There's going to be this strike of clarity and knowing, and with the Ace of Pentacles, either this is going to be some sort of abundance that will tangibly come towards you, or it could be this, that again, that word spark of an idea of how you will make this this grand kind of prosperity in your life. This is going to be really good for you. Whew. A lot of big energies, a lot of good energies. What else do they need to know about this area of their life in the next 30 days? Yeah, just try your best not to despair, because even if you're still going through that lonely kind of snowy energy where you can't see the path, you're still having this energy of expansion. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith within yourself. It may look kind of murky even now. I don't know exactly when this is going to shift, but it's just have faith. Because look at this. This is you and your boss energy. Yet another ace. So for you guys in particular, this is the strongest energy that I'm getting within that time frame where something is definitely going to pop up for you. And the fact that you have 3 aces in a row is really something. This is really significant. Okay. So let me just get one more thing of clarity and then we'll move on to a different category. Anything else? Pentacles. Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles. I see. Okay. So this is going to resonate a little differently. Either you knew that this prosperity was going to just suddenly emerge in your life, or for those of you that are still kind of like a little bit more in the beginning part of your journey, again, look, see? You're going to know exactly where to go. Queen of Cups, High Priestess. These are highly psychic cards. And having a strong intuition in this particular area of life is huge. Because if we're using just logic or shoulds and supposed tos and our expectations, that's a quick way to reach that blockage energy that I spoke of. You know, I don't want to say like dead end, but if you feel like you're completely just stuck in blah and you're unhappy, it might as well be. But this is needed in the area of in that area of your life to be intuitive and to go with the flow. It's night and day. It changes your life. So your guys' intuition is going to be super powered within the next 30 days in this area of your life. And because of it, because of your inner knowing, that's why you have this burst of passion, because you're so excited to finally know where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want to, like, what kind of energy you want to be, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the final category, which is basically like love and relationships and see what we get. And then I'll pull some Divine Energy Oracle cards for you at the end. Okay. All right. Spirit, in the area of love and or friendships, what are the energies coming towards group number 4 in the next 30 days? Please, love and or friendships. Okay. I really like how these cards pop out. It's very defined, like I'm not second guessing it. Strong messages. Okay, so in this area we have, oh my goodness. Okay, you guys are you're really giving me a lot of energy. I'm so sorry, I can't even get it together. Look at this energy, group 4. And you tell me what on earth, what is happening in this energy? This is a lot, and we just went through a lot in 2 other categories. So what is happening here? We have the 2 of Cups, the Devil, and the Lovers. This is actually amazing. This is amazing, because this is a high-powered soul connection on both sides with the devil right in the middle, that's a little strange. But not. It's actually quite predictable, because some of you might be what I refer to as chronic group fours. That's okay. Don't worry about that if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But this is not surprising to me at all. With the Two of Cups and the Lovers here, and with the Devil in the middle, what this directly tells me, okay? Now, take this as it resonates, because this is a specific message. This is telling me that there's an ocean of darkness in between this person that you're psychically connected to, that you love a lot, okay? And honestly, who loves you too, even though they probably are hidden in shadow at this particular point. Okay. This energy is strong. It's like I'm glued to it. You see, like I'm completely anchored to this energy right here. And I feel like it's because someone is completely reaching out for you and to you as we speak, right here and right now. I feel like in the past, the situation was unfair to someone. I don't know who it is. The situation was very unfair to either you or them. And nothing was resolved. Here we have the Magician energy. This could have had to do with arrogance, actually, on someone's part here. I never read the Magician as that, but here I'm sensing it as that. This Devil energy. Why you do this, the Devil energy? It's so separating these people who love each other. It's like, come on, why? But we have this at the bottom. This is why. Because this was in the divine alignment of things. Okay, let's clarify. Spirit, can we have more in this category of their lives? Okay, yeah. So again, depending on what resonates with your particular situation, this could be any kind of soul connection at all. But we have here the Five of Pentacles. Someone was definitely abandoned, ghosted, or turned their back towards another. And we have here the Queen of Wands. What else though, Spirit? Anything else that we need to know about this? Yet another soulmate card. This is so strong that I'm blown away. This particular connection. It's like childhood friends energy, whether that's actually, you know, literally the case or energetically. Okay. So these, we have the Queen of Wands, then the Six of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups at the end here. This is, again, feeling like a sort of like a separation here. So within the context of 30 days, I would have said to you, okay, you're going to completely reunite with someone that you love. But the fact that I have these division buffer cards, it makes me think something different. Spirit, what's going to come through, though? This is the 5D. This is psychic energy. Spirit, in the three-dimensional realm, in this particular category of their lives, what's going to come through in 30 days, please? Oh, wow. Okay, look at this at the bottom. This is reconciliation energy. This is big. Okay, I'm kind of... This is actually a really funny message, because I said in the context of 30 days, and here I am looking at these two cards, and then I see this card. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So this here, the World and the Ace of Swords, is the completion of a cycle. Both sides are receiving clarity on exactly what they need to receive clarity on, especially the darkness, the inner stuff that has to be looked at, and the inner reflections. There's going to be crystal clarity here and the completion of cycles. However, it's not going to be resolved yet in 30 days. In the 5D, maybe something will come through, but in the 3D, this is going to take some more time. Probably, December, maybe. I mean, this kind of depends on when you're watching this, obviously, because I'm posting it in October, in early October, but if you're watching this later down the line, this will translate into maybe a couple of months, maybe, but that could actually change. Okay, so Spirit, anything else? What is actually coming through in 30 days in the area of love or friendships for group 4, please? Okay, yeah. So I feel that what is coming through, you're still going to, you may still feel the sadness from time to time because of the uncertainty and because of the lack of closure, or yeah, the lack of answers. You may still feel this sadness, but strangely, you feel this prosperity, like deep in your intuition. You feel like everything's going to be okay. Okay, let me get a final thing for this. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you can tell us about this energy stream, this connection? 2 of Cups. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, you guys are freaking me out. I'm so sorry to just like my language in my spirit table, and I'm just, you got the other Lovers card. This is the special Lovers card from this particular deck. That's a lot of soulmate cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the extra special one. Why is the Devil energy here? Why, Spirit? I know you answered this already, but I'm still, the Devil, please. They did answer this for us already. It was because this was part of the divine story, the alignment, the eventual well, it's karmic, actually. Yes, it is karmic. These are karmic cycles that you both are bursting out of, like you're freeing yourselves from. We have here the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. I was clarifying the Devil. There's a third party situation probably. Or some sort of severe indecision here in regards to the situation now. But I'm sure that there's a whole backstory of why this came to be. But let me get for you guys the energy oracle. I didn't do this for anyone else, but I kind of feel like I needed some extra worded clarity here. Spirit, can you give us any other helpful advice, guidance for this particular situation? Maybe even anything about some conclusions for group 4, please. Okay. Oh, geez. Really? The door... You guys are like high-powered. Oh my gosh. The door to romance. And then you have here the heart with the key there. But the hearts are flying out, though. Even though it's still... It looks like it's still in the cage, though. See? So it is going to take more time. So finally we have here... Okay. We have here first chakra Archangel Michael, and he has his sword there. I'm really drawn to... You're being protected. I'm really drawn to the sword because it looks like protection. It does look like this, though. It does look similar. But I think that probably you and or the person that you're dealing with here is being protected. You're actually being protected from one another in some weird way. So, like, for example, if one of you has negative energies right now, the other's being protected. If one has to walk this path on their own right now, the other's they're being protected. So in whatever way, that's what's going on. And then another piece of the puzzle here is that there's way too much stuff going on right now. The financial constraints, the hostilities, conflict energy. There's too much. It's too much going on. So if this is not going on for you, it's going on for the person you have in mind here, and you're being protected from all of this chaos. So that's a great thing. Okay, let's get final messages, please. We have another angel and 5th chakra Archangel Gabriel. Let's try one more. Anything else? Any final words? We have another angel. Wow. 2nd chakra Archangel Ariel. And then we have here the temple path. Remember I said it's all about this divine situation. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you think. And that's why a lot of this has looked as confusing and uncertain as it has. It's because of that. Because so many bits and pieces, you know, like the cogs, the inner workings of things, had to fall into place and are still falling into place until eventually comes the point where things settle and the last gear has turned and everything all of a sudden makes sense and is freed from its cage. Wow. Inevitably, with a reading like this, I know that some people, because it always happens, some of you are not going to want or agree with the idea of coming back into union with someone from your past, and that is completely fine. So the way that it's going to resonate for you guys is that this is going to be within yourself, okay? Either way, we're reaching higher level frequencies here and so much healing. So the final thing I'm going to pull is the Divine Energy Oracle, just to get a couple of other affirmations here or guidance. Spirit, can we have final messages, please, for group number 4 in the next 30 days? Thank you. Next 30 days, group 4. Face your adversities. And we have that beautiful golden heart here. Face your adversities is definitely, this is within your own heart. Whatever kind of negative energy you may have felt within your own heart, this is what you have to face, especially now at this particular time, because you're in a period of transformation. So be cautious with this. You're going to have to pick and choose what you want to allow into your heart. And a lot of it may come from within yourself. Final messages for group 4, please. So the golden heart, you know, picture your own heart filled with the golden light at all times, no matter what. I'm not saying it has to do with the other person even. I'm talking about what you feed your soul. And I think a lot of the groups got this. Do all things in moderation. Make sure to stay balanced, especially doing things that you enjoy as well. That's a big piece of this. Final message, please. Let's just get one more for group 4, please. For the next 30 days. Okay, we're not kidding. Okay. Oh, okay. This is definitely fitting. Trust the divine plan and retreat. Okay? So just take a step back. Seriously. You got surrender. You cannot control the situation. There's too much behind the scenes. Okay? There is no way that we can control this at all or predict even what's going to happen. Is just way too much. And the frequency is just out of this world. And we are here on Earth. Like, okay, we can't, as one human being, we really, the scope of this is huge. So just take a step back, retreat, rest, enjoy yourself, do something for yourself. But you have to have trust within the divine plan of things, because just for the simple fact that it's just way too big for us to even grasp at this point. Yes, one day you will have a much clearer understanding, as I talked about before, but right now the only thing to do is to take a step back and surrender. Okay? Okay, so that was a journey, group 4. Extremely high-powered messages, and only in 30 days, that's actually, again, that's incredible. I didn't expect that at all. This is a type of reading that should have spanned like 6 months to a year, but in only a couple of weeks, you know? So stay centered, breathe and meditate, and, you know, stay grounded, take care of your spiritual health and obviously your other forms of health. But if you guys have anyone in your lives that you consider as like part of your support team, in addition to, of course, your spirit guides, your angels, everyone, lean on one another. You know, this is a difficult time. So seek the support of anyone that you trust in your three-dimensional world. And if all else fails, you know, of course, every day, seek the support of your spirit team as well. You're going to need that support, especially within the next 30 days and months after that as well. So group 4, that's what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful. If this didn't resonate at all, it may not be the group for you. But thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing about these stories. So definitely let us know in the comments. Thank you once again. I'm sending you love and healing and protection. And I hope to see you next time. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.